Our second stop on our Italy travel is, you guessed it, Florence. Florence, one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Simply walking down any street is a teleport back in time to the medieval or Renaissance age. There's simply no other city like it. From the beautiful architecture to the absolutely incredible street food, anyone will have a time of their life in Florence. There's just so much to see and so much to do. Hopefully this video helps narrow it down and gives you guys some ideas if you make your way to Florence. One of the foods we wanted to try when coming to Italy was porchetta. Porchetta is a boneless pork roast with deep roots in Italian culinary tradition. The pork is stuffed with liver, wild fennel, all with the fat and skin still on while it's spitted, traditionally over wood for 8+ hours. We found an absolutely incredible place in the old district of Florence called Schiaccia II. I'm sorry guys, I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. I've put a link in the description below so you can check it out. But the food wasn't just spectacular. The guy there treated us like family. He gave us little samples of all the meats to try and cut up a pear and some fruit to pair with some of the sandwiches. He came over and just had a great chat. Turns out he was originally from Armenia. It's one of the best culinary experiences, if not the best, on our entire trip. It felt so inviting that we went back 3 times. If you guys want some traditional meats, then you have to stop there on your trip. You'll be very happy that you did. If you're short on time during your trip to Florence, I highly suggest checking out the church Santa Maria Novella. It's a stone's throw away from the Florence train station, and you definitely won't be disappointed. I say that because there was hardly anyone there. A lot of the attractions in Florence, you may have to spend half your day waiting in line just to go in and see something. This church, we walked right in, and heck, you could spend half your day there. There's that much to see. So if you're looking for a great bang for your buck, and you don't want to spend all day in line, check it out. course, I could not make a video about Florence without including the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, or the Duomo for short. It's one of the most spectacular buildings I've ever come across. I mean, you can just see from the video yourself just how beautiful the building looks. Now, it is one of the most popular attractions in all of Florence, and that can't be understated. The line lasts 5-6 hours. It wrapped around the entire building. We were shocked when we got there just how busy the whole piazza was out front of the cathedral. It was like being in a mob. The only way to properly go in and see it, we thought, was booking a tour. We typically don't like doing tours that often because we like to do things at our own pace. However, the tours are around €60+ and you could get in the very next day and skip the entire line. So if you're looking to spend your day doing other things than just waiting in line, I highly recommend booking a tour. Now, you might be watching this video wondering, well, there aren't that many people. What are you talking about, these mass crowds? Well, it was actually so busy the first day that we got there that I couldn't even get any proper shots. I just couldn't show the cathedral in all its glory. So we got up at 7 o'clock the next morning and I took some early morning shots when no one was around. It really did the cathedral justice because, quite honestly, it's not the same with that many people there. When you're in the cathedral, get down to the catacombs. That's something not to miss. It's probably one of the coolest catacombs in all of Italy that we saw. Some of it dates back all the way to Roman times, so it's a pretty cool mashup of different points in history. Now lastly, if you want to climb to the top of the dome, which I highly suggest you do, make sure you bring some good walking shoes because there are a lot of stairs, 463 stairs to be exact. But when you get to the top, look at those spectacular views that you have to behold. It's definitely worth it. Seeing the horses getting some chow made us realize how hungry we really were, so that's when our journey to find some food began. We ended up stopping at a place called Godi Fiorenza. Now, I know I botched the pronunciation on that, but bear with me, guys. The food was spectacular there. Everything was handmade right in front of us. Pizza, pasta, coffee, you name it. It's all handmade on the spot right when you order, and you can watch them make your dish right in front of you. It's a pretty cool experience, and you know it's going to be incredibly high quality. I definitely recommend checking them out. They were super friendly as well. I put a link for their restaurant in the description below. The Ponte Vecchio is a medieval bridge dating to 996 Anno Domini. After flooding and fires, the bridge as we know it was built in 1345. It's lined with shops and merchants eagerly waiting to show you their wares. During the Second World War, the Ponte Vecchio was the only bridge in Florence not destroyed by the Germans during the retreat in August of 1944. It was saved because of a German commander named Gerhard Wolff, who, knowing the history of the bridge, ordered it to be saved. It was an act celebrated by scholars. A plaque adorning the bridge is a nod to a man that literally saved this beautiful piece of history. That wraps up our time in Florence. Thank you very much for watching. Check back for more videos from our escapade around Italy. Our next stop is Modena.